If your mind can conceive it and you can believe it, if you got the passion, then you can achieve it.
We gotta get enough. Today is nice. Come on,
Make your life epic. Make your life epic. Make your life.
Okay, now I'm following where you're going with this. He's very creative, very unique in his approach, very passionate about what he does. The thing that I appreciate about from where he's been is he started out with very little, or I guess it's fair to say nothing, in what he's done, and has figured out how to move from point A to point B in a way that made sense to him, with passion, with drive, with direction, and with very few resources, which is always nice to sit and be able to visit with somebody who didn't have benefit of a bunch of savings and didn't have benefit of this, and nobody gave them money and nobody loaned them a bunch of cash. They figured out how to do it, much like some of our other entrepreneurs here today. It's encouraging. His company is DJ Connections. They're out of Tulsa. Very appreciative of you being here, Clay, and want to give you a warm welcome.
All right, it's ladies' night here in Alva. Just kidding, sir. I need some help here from a volunteer, if I could, just to pass these out real quick. My favorite phrase is knowledge without application is meaningless, and so I'm hoping that what I'll say today doesn't go without meaning, so I'm hoping we can take some good notes, and maybe you'll get one or two nuggets today that will resonate with you and potentially maybe help you a little bit. I find that with business, I think as different people have spoken to, a lot of times you're going to learn things through accidents sometimes. And I think some of the things you'll learn today, hopefully you can learn from some of my accidents. So as one of our previous speakers noted, you won't have to do things that I did, or I guess you actually said don't do what I did. So that's probably the best way to describe it. If you'll turn your attention here towards the slideshow. On the planet Earth, we have 6.7 billion people, and only 301 million of these people live in the United States. And that might not sound profound. In my church, we do all sorts of outreach. And basically, I've discovered that people from Mexico, believe it or not, are willing to come over here and risk being deported again just because it's so great here. So even if our economy is horrible, and we have to unplug the cable and maybe only have one car and one cell phone and maybe only go out to eat once a month, we still have it a lot better than people living in Thatch, which is a great technology over there. So we've got a great thing going for us. We have a 4.5% chance to be where we're at today, so we should all feel very thankful that we're here. If you go to the next slide there real quick. On your outline, you'll see there, today I thought we could start off, if we could all write down what our 5-year goals are. If we could just take just a moment to write down your 5-year goals. And I realize that there's going to be divorces, deaths, things that happen. My son was born blind. My best friend got killed. Been there. We all have something. But something's going to happen to us. But let's talk about where we want to go 5 years from now. Because there's going to be hurdles. Things will happen. We might fail. If you're like me, you'll have prolific failures. Again, that's prolific failures. All right, so just take a moment to write down with some specificity where you would like to be 5 years from now. Now with some specificity, if you could write where you want to be 1 year from now. 1 year from now. And just to give you an example of specific, non-specific would be, at some point, I assume I'm going to lose some weight, and I'd like to be successful and lose some weight, and to be, I don't know how much weight I want to lose or when I want to lose it by, but I'm pretty sure that I'd like to lose some general amount of weight and to be some level of success. I don't want to put a dollar amount because I don't want to fail, but some amount of money. Then we look up, we're 55 or 60 years old, whatever, and we're going, I'm not really in shape, and I don't really like my job, but I guess I'm successful. Basically we're defining success as being alive. So what I'm saying is don't do that. If you could write a 1-year goal that's tangible, an actual monetary amount you want to make, or where you want to live, or what kind of state you want your relationship to be in, these sorts of things. So 1 year and 5-year goals. And then later today, hopefully we can come back and I'll write the daily goals. And my bio, if we go to the next slide here real quick here. Okay, that's my life in pictures right there. I'll go through this in just a moment. But starting at the bottom left, that's kind of where my life started, there at the small house with the green grass. And I moved up to Minnesota and went around, and now I live in a big office building. And it's all based on Napoleon Hill's phrase, what the mind can conceive, it can achieve. And I am a huge huge believer of that, big Kool-Aid drinker. I love Kool-Aid and I love Napoleon Hill. Basically, I'm saying that what your mind can conceive, it can achieve. Therefore, if you're building a house and you're insistent upon having granite countertops, then you will probably have them. If you're okay with Formica, which is what we grew up with, it's cool. My wife's not cool with it now. We can quote me on that one. If we go to the next slide. Thank you, Vanna. There's the family photo my wife doesn't want people to see. There's my wife. She just gave birth like 2 hours ago. There she is right there. This happened about 3 weeks ago. And to the left is my son, Aubrey, who was born blind. But we could spend all day talking about that. But he can now see, and the doctors can't explain it. He's a little miracle baby. So I started attending church about 9 months ago after he got healed. And so now I'm not just the guy who comes to church on Sundays and says, "What's up? We should get together." Yeah, we should. Now I actually believe. So there he is, a little miracle baby. Then there's me. I'm obviously opening my mouth as wide as possible. Then there's my beautiful wife right there, completely shocked and awed that I would have a camera at this time. Then there's my daughter. She just started attending Metro Christian School. And there's a zoom-in shot of our new daughter, who is a fabulous Angelina Lynn Clark. There she is right there. You can go on YouTube, type in DJ Clavis. You can watch her. She's great. All right, so we go to the next slide here.